Welcome again to my channel. This is Sheldoc's channel. Now in this video I'll be looking at your fuel gauge here and how it can help to extend the life of your fuel pump. Now I'm not sure if you have ever heard it being said that you should not allow your fuel to go or your vehicle to run out of fuel. Now that is not a good thing, because your fuel pump, it takes up the fuel, and the fuel also lubricates the pump. So if you allow that pump to run out of fuel, it will not be properly lubricated, and the moving parts of the fuel pump will basically wear down very easily and cause the life of your fuel pump to be dramatically reduced. So what's a good gauge for you to refill whenever your fuel is running a bit low? So here we have, on my fuel gauge, we have 5 bars, and it is, well, not necessarily a recommendation, but I would not allow my fuel gauge to go below 2 bars. And the reason for that is because as the fuel gets low inside the tank, it starts to slush around, and that movement of the fuel will at times shift the fuel away from the hose that sucks up the fuel into the fuel pump. And in doing so, you will find out that at small point in time, the fuel pump will be sucking some amount of air, and you don't want that to happen, because the fuel pump should not be sucking air, it should be sucking fuel. Now again, some people would say that if you allow your fuel in the tank to go below 2 or to on dry, it will suck up some amount of dirt into the fuel pump and will send it directly into the injectors and cause the injectors to be blocked somewhat. Well, the fuel itself is a cleaner, and from time to time, as the fuel passes through the injectors, the fuel itself will clean the injectors. So, some persons may say that you need to clean the injectors from time to time, but it's not that necessary, because the fuel itself clean the injectors. And the fuel in the fuel tank, in terms of the dirt that is left inside there, it would not be much, because the hose that is sent down into the tank, it is directly connected to the bottom of the tank, and any residue that is there, it will be sucked up first. And when you're taking fuel from the fuel station, you will inside the hose that refills the vehicle also have a filter. So the chances of dirt going into your fuel tank is kind of slim. So you don't necessarily need to clean the injectors because of dirt inside the fuel tank, because there's not much dirt, and if there's any, it is very, very small. So again, a recommendation: don't allow your fuel to go below 2 for the bar on the fuel gauge. Don't allow it to go below 2. Recommendation is because you don't want the fuel pump to suck up air, because the fuel itself lubricates the pump, and if the fuel pump starts to suck air, there is no lubrication there, so it will damage the pump very quickly. So that is one of the main concerns why you need to ensure that your fuel is at least 2 bar or quarter tank, as some persons would say. Alright, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Have yourself a nice time.